Hello, everybody. It is Barbara, and it is time for Pick a Stack Wednesday. We are coming up on April 1st pretty soon, and the interesting thing is that's a new moon, and we have some very intense solar storms headed our way, which basically I think they're starting right now because we've had storms all day today. But just know that the energies are very intense. All the things that are getting stirred up. It's like the winds are up, the aurora borealis is up. There's a lot of energy charging the earth, the plants, the trees, us. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, if you're new to Pick a Stack Wednesday, this is what we do here. Your mission is to think of an idea, an issue, or a question pertaining to yourself, your loved ones, your community, or the world, and then you choose a stack. This is stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. You can choose 1 stack, 2 stacks, or all 3 stacks, but hopefully what you choose pertains to your question. And I highly encourage you to listen to the whole video or watch the whole video, because you never know. There might be something in stack 3 that applies to you more than whatever stack you did choose. All right, I am playing a singing bowl, excuse me. It's one of the crystal singing bowls. This is the high heart that helps charge up the crystals, the cards, me, and you. And today we are joined by a whole bunch of bright yellow. My guide said, we need yellow, we need red, we need all these beautiful, intense colors to go with the energies. So we got daffodils, we got butterflies, we have this fabulous selenite, kind of a corkscrew kind of thing. And then we have Archangel Michael and Metatron in the wands and the clear quartz. So let's get started with stack number 1. Stack number 1. Today, instead of just loose crystals and stones, we have key rings. And when I asked my guides why, they said, just as a reminder that you have the key. You have the key. You are the key. But if you chose stack number 1, your crystal is clear quartz. Clear quartz. So this is a clear quartz key ring. And clear quartz is, it's one of the master healers. The quartz family of crystals are the master healers. And the old radios, they used quartz in them because it is such a good amplifier. It can store energy. It can focus it, transmit it, transform it, balance it. I mean, quartz is amazing. I love quartz, all the quartz family. It has a harmonizing effect on all parts of the body. So really good for healing. And you want something that has a point on it so that you have one end that can focus the energy. Okay, so you can put that in a direct spot. It can act at a very deep vibrational level, bringing the body and the aura, and I want to say in all energy fields, back into balance. It can speed up healing, fortify your nerves, balance the 2 halves of the brain, which is really important because it's that yin-yang balance of masculine and feminine energies in the brain. It's really good for chronic fatigue, arthritis, depression, bone ailments, and gastrointestinal troubles. It can also help improve your mental and your physical stamina. All right, your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot. Oh, and we're starting off with a bang. You get the King of Feathers or the King of Air. Now, Rosie, if you're listening to this, I mean, I know you are. This is also the King of what? The King of Swords. But in this deck, the King of Swords is represented by the big daddy lion. You know, this is strength. This is power. This is confidence. This is using the left half of your brain. We had the clear quartz to help balance the 2 halves of the brain. This is very strong left brain, logic, analytical. Okay, so there's something that you maybe need to consider all the options logically, instead of reacting or acting or reacting emotionally. You need to act or react logically or analytically. So let's see what the Tarot Grand Lux is going to add to that. And you get the 5 of Coins. The 5 of Coins, also known as the 5 of Earth or the 5 of Pentacles. Now, these coins are divine. You know, you've already got 4, and this 5th one, it's divine. And look at the golden rays coming off of that coin in the window. So I'm just going to throw this out there because it just popped into my head. If your question was about money or material possessions or material gain, use your logic. Ask somebody else who's logical. A friend of mine just lost a lot of money because he wasn't logical about making a certain kind of investment. Well, you know, it sounds like everybody's doing so great on it. I'm going to do this. And he lost like $9,000. So if you're doing something that has to do with money or material wealth, this can be a home, it can be a vehicle. Make sure you are using your logic, or you're asking somebody else who's like removed from it emotionally, you know, because there's something here like you're emotional about this, and it's not, and honestly, now is not a good time to be making a large decision anyway, with the new moon and all the solar storms, because it's literally like the Tasmanian devil is just like winding everything up like a tornado, energy wise. So maybe just wait until next week if you can to really think about this and make the decision. I know I'm working on something right now, and I asked my guides, okay, do I jump in? And they said, nah, let's give it a week. Everything needs to settle down a little bit, and then let's do it. So, but this has to do with 3D. Like I said, because of the money here, you know, I mean, it could even be you're thinking about getting new windows for the house. Well, just wait a week, okay? We need things to settle down energetically so that we can think logically. All right. Now you get a card from the Secret Language of Animals, and you get the blue whale, which is, its keywords are unity, resonance, magnificence, and mastery. And it is card number 2. So right at the beginning of the deck, card number 2, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to put that right there. There we go. So there is something immensely powerful about being in the presence of whales. If you've ever been on a boat, when a whale surfaces to breach or breathe, you will have felt a sense of wonder reflected in the eyes of all who witness the moment. Many people say their entire lives have been changed by a single moment of eye contact with a whale. Why is this? Perhaps because whales, in their immensity and grace, give us a glimpse at a much deeper and vaster aspect of our own being. They awaken in us a consciousness that has been here as long as they have. They remind us of the song of our own soul that is woven into the great creation song of life. They call us to return to our deep connection with beauty, harmony, and balance. They remind us who we really are. And the blue whale brings this message to you now. You are a vast and masterful being. Your presence in the world brings a great gift to the song of creation. There is no need to prove or defend yourself against anyone or anything. You need only stay focused on the pure and simple expression of your light in the way that you live, breathe, and share your gifts with the world. With the same wonder that you see the whale also sees you. Your soul is deeper than the ocean. You are safe to swim in these waters. Allow yourself to dive down deep, past the surface waves of the mind, through the emotional undercurrents to the vast stillness at your very center. The great whale spirit welcomes you here and shares with you a song of pure peace and conscious mastery. This is your song. Accept it, embrace it, live it, and be it. And I just want to add to that, do not allow yourself to get sucked into the drama of any aspect of our reality, or of family or neighbors or friends. Do not allow yourself to get sucked into the drama, because when you do, you tend to forget that you are this beautiful, masterful being. All of a sudden, now you're watching and participating in somebody else's play, and you're forgetting about the play that you are the star in. Okay? So try not to let all the stuff going on in the world right now suck you into its drama, because it's just there to distract you. So don't be distracted. Just turn it off. All right. That was stack number 1. Hopefully that resonated with you. Let's go with stack number 2 now. The stone for stack number 2 is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline. We have a nice raw chunk of black tourmaline here on the key ring. And black tourmaline is very powerful. When it's rubbed, it becomes charged with magnetic electricity, and your luck intensifies or gets better. It can help dispel fears, obsessions, and neuroses, and help bring emotional stability. We should be burying this stuff all over the place. An excellent protecting and strengthening stone. Black tourmaline pushes all negative energy away, especially psychic attacks, spells, and ill wishes. It can ground excess energy. It is often used as an aura cleanser, and it can help you attain higher levels of awareness. It is also really good for deflecting radiation energy away from TVs, computers, cell phones, the overhead lighting. So if you work in an office, you definitely want at least one of these around. I have one on my TV. I have one on my computer, like all my electronic things. I even have one on my VCR. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Okay, your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot, and we get the lovely Spider. This is the 9 of Crystals, or the 9 of Earth, the 9 of Pentacles. 10 is the highest between the Ace and 10, and this is all about weaving that web, that knowing that everything's connected and that the abundance is connected to you. Okay, so if you can imagine this web, the web is connecting you to your abundance, and the abundance is there. If you have limiting beliefs, like, oh, I'll never pay this loan off. I don't know why I'm doing this because I'll never have enough money to pay for that. Or I wish I could do this, but I don't have, all those limiting beliefs. Money is just money. And once you understand that it doesn't have power over you, that you can actually control the power, you can allow that money to flow to you. So it's almost like, pluck that little string of the web, just pluck that one, and the abundance will come closer to you. But you have to remember that everything's connected. Your emotions, your physical body, prosperity, wealth, material things, everything, people, plants, trees, the earth, It's all connected. So once you realize that, and you can meditate on, just like I said, plucking that one little string, just gently pluck it and let that abundance come to you, the abundance will come to you and you'll be like, whoa, this is really cool. But then you have to be grateful. All right, from the Tarot Grand Luxe, we have, dun dun dun, the Knight of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry, the King of Swords. The King of Swords, the King of Air. This, and also the King of Feathers in this deck. This is, the highest you can go in the court cards, between the Ace through the 10 and all the way to the King. This is the highest card. And who has all the prosperity and abundance? Well, a lot of times the King's got a lot of good stuff. So I kind of feel like, at least for somebody out there, if you can get your mindset into this abundance and everything's connected thought, you can achieve the status of like being a king. Now, it doesn't mean you're actually going to be a king. I mean, it could, but I don't know, being that king might be overrated anyway, because there's a lot of responsibility that comes with being a king or a queen. But having all the goodies that the king or queen has is nice. The swords or air, this is all about truth as well. The king is going to be able to handle, well, at least should be able to handle, all the truths that come to him. A lot of times, the higher ups, they're the mediator. At least, back in the day, or maybe in my imagination, you would go to them when you wanted some mediation, when you wanted some help, like life coaching, right? But this is you being the king of whatever it is that you want to do with your life. When you act like the king, and I mean in a good way, and be like the king in a good way, that kingdom comes to you, just like pulling the string to receive the abundance, pulling the string to be the king. Now, when I say be the king, I'm also talking about the type of king who cares about his community, cares about his family. I'm not talking about the head of the mafia who only cares about his family and really just the close family. Okay? I'm talking about that unconditional love. I'm going to help my people. I want to help raise my people up. I don't want to keep them down. And a good king would also not just help, but maybe even teach. Teach them how to get their own abundance. Because, there's no competition out there. There's no competition for resources. That's a fallacy. We have more resources than we know. So work on your solar plexus. Know that you deserve these good things. And then teach yourself and work with your spirit guides to just pluck that little string, that part of the web, and then all these good things are going to come to you. Okay? All right. Your third card is from the Secret Language of Animals, and you get a falcon. Check this out. Right there and right there. Look at those beaks. I wouldn't want to get in the way of those beaks. I used to have a cockatoo, the big white bird. He had a peach crest on his head, and he was mad one time, and he got his beak around my index finger, and the bottom half of his beak went through the bottom half of my finger, and the top half of his beak went through the top half of my finger and met in the middle and hit the bone. Yeah. And it only takes like a half a second. So got to be careful with those beaks. And I don't know why that came to me just now, but the beaks, they're for tearing flesh. So let's see why I'm talking about that. Focus, action, purpose, and aspiration. It's card number 21, which is a 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Really good number. It's the first card of stability. And it's sacred. So Falcon comes into your world with gifts of immediacy, dynamic flight, and focused action, fully committed to the task at hand. Now, I feel like this has to do with those energies that are coming in too, because I don't know about you, but all of a sudden I do feel like I have energy. With great speed and clarity, Falcon calls for you to pierce the thin veil of doubt and uncertainty that may have previously stopped you from taking bold action in the direction of your dreams. The message here is not to rush forward aimlessly, but to take time to focus clearly on the path ahead and then to take fully empowered action in the direction of our visions and our passion. Remember, I was talking about this spider web, right? We're not wandering aimlessly on the spider web. We are looking at the web, figuring out which string to pull, and we're doing that. The more clarity you bring to your commitment, the more complete your yes is to the moment. The more you will find that obstacles evaporate in your wake and the path opens wide to greet you. There is nothing to fear. You bring with you the energy of the sun itself. Let the dawn of the new day fill your being and clear your vision of what actions are needed in this moment. Be not limited by what may or may not have happened yesterday. Breathe deep and know that your wings are alight with divine inspiration, and your greatest strength comes in motion. That's really cool. So figure out which string to pull to bring that abundance to you. Be the king. Have that confidence. Know who you are. The king and the falcon, they know who they are, at least in these decks. So find that confidence, find that energy. It's deep down inside you, and use it. Embrace it. Be it. Be the person that you came here to be. That was stack number 2. Ooh, there we go. All right, stack number 3. Your crystal is citrine. Citrine. Ooh, there we go. Sparkly. The stone of the mind. Ancient cultures believed that placing citrine on the forehead of an elder would increase their power. It can help attract abundance. Known as the merchant's stone, it has money energies. If you are a retailer, you should keep one in your cash drawer. I do. It can increase self-esteem and protect you from negative energy. Can open new thoughts and promote clarity of thought. It also has the power to calm and soothe and offers help with depression. It can also help with digestive issues, including diabetes. It is cleansing, purifying, and can help eliminate poisons. And it's pretty. So, let's see what your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot deck. Aww. We get the 4 of Crystals, also known as the 4 of Earth or the 4 of Pentacles. Isn't that cute? This, 4 provides a stable foundation. The 4 of Earth is, there's 4 directions, there's 4 seasons. If you think about a table with 4 legs, it is I mean, 3 legs is stable, but 4 is even better. So there's stability that goes with this. And there's also security because of that stability. Now, depending on what you asked about and what's going on in your life, there can be stability or not stability. I don't do reversals here because it's a general reading, and it could go one way for one person and the other way for another. But maybe you're not feeling secure. Maybe you're not feeling financially stable or emotionally stable. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world, and it's okay to feel that way, but don't stay there. Figure out what you can do to change your life to get out of that. Okay? Let's see what we have to add to that from the Tarot Grand Luxe. Oh, okay. And we have the 3 of Wands or the 3 of Fire. In this deck, it's the 3 of Acorns. This is your ship coming in. And I love this card because it looks like the ship is on the water, but it's actually in the air because the water's down here. This is the ship in the sky. It's the divine ship. Water here, water here. Here you're in the water, here you're above the water. So, if you're worried about your stability or security, your ship's coming in. So, if it was like this for you, it just means have some patience. Look at this person just standing there. Okay, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting until my ship comes in. I can see it. It's right over there. It's coming. We got this. Now, if that doesn't resonate with you, maybe it's all about you already have your foundation. You already have your security and your stability. And your ship's coming in too. It could be that way. Hey, I got all my security, my financial, finances are good to go. And there's my ship. I'm going to take all my finances and I'm going to go do what I want to do. It's just not over here. So, it could be a couple different things, depending on how you feel about your situation right now. But just know, either way, your ship's coming in. Your ship is coming in, and it's divine. Okay? It's not 3D, it's 5D. So it's a really good time to start talking to your spirit guides and guardians that work with the light. It's a good time to talk to, Jesus or your deities or whoever, spirit, whoever it is that you work with. Just start being grateful, because what you're grateful for, the universe says, oh, sweet, you're being grateful. I'll give you more of that. So we're going to add to that a card from the Secret Language of Animals, and you get the albatross. Faith, endurance, journey, and hope. I love that. That is card number 23, which is a 5. We all know how much fun 5s are. They're right in the middle. They can be about change. And I went to the wrong page. So number 23 is albatross. Albatross glides to you upon the ocean breeze, bringing renewed hope and the promise of good fortune for the path ahead. It takes courage to set out on a journey of any kind, and albatross knows that sometimes we must travel far beyond the shores of our comfort zone before we catch a glimpse of our aspired destination. Now, I just have to point out, talking about far away, well, in this card here, the 3 of Wands, our ship is far away and it's not even in 3D. So that's kind of an affirmation for that. When the nights are long and dark, when the wind appears to push against your passage, it can be easy to question the calling that brought you to this path in the first place. It is in these times, when our doubt is most justified, that we are called to keep our faith and courage alive and honor ourselves for the sacred nature of our journey. Albatross's message is to look beyond the wave of current circumstance and smile at the light that is emerging on the horizon. I mean, this is just an affirmation that we all just got to hang in there. We got to hang in there. We got to have faith. We got to believe with all our heart and soul that there are good times coming. Not the same old ones that we used to have, even better ones. But you got to have faith. If your current life is stretching you to reach to new horizons, Albatross comes to encourage you to make the leap and trust yourself and the secret winds that guide you. There is no need to flap your wings and fight against the storm. Breathe deep instead and rise above it. You were designed for this great journey. Remember, we all volunteered to come here for this awakening. You are wiser than you know, and you are honored by the spirit of the sky. There is no hurry. There is no pressure. There is no wrong way to go. Trust with courage your deeper calling. Embrace the vistas of the new day before you and know that your path is unfolding in just the right way. The journey will take as long as it takes, and when you arrive to the distant shores of who you are becoming, you will recognize the magic perfection of each and every moment, sunrise, raindrop, and breath along the way. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. It's a reminder that everything happens for a reason. And you may have periods of your life, and you might be in one right now, where things just aren't moving. Well, it's because they're not supposed to. I get this all the time. I'm a doer, I've got fire in my chart, and I want to do. I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Well, this past month, it hasn't been like that. It's like, no, you're not going to do that. You're just going to sit here and chill. And of course, then I have a little discussion with my guides, and I usually lose. But I listen to them because they do know what's best for me. So this is just saying, pay attention, and there's good things coming. Have faith and be patient. Work on your foundation if you want to. Or, you know what? Work on yourself. Have fun. Enjoy life. Because it's going to get busy after this. It is. I know it is. I can already feel it. We're all going to be busy. All right. So that was stack number 3. So we're going to do a little singing bowl. Thank you, everybody, for watching or listening to this video. I appreciate it. You're the reason I do it. If I can just affect one person in a positive way, it makes it worthwhile for me. And then if you can pass it on, even better. I love you guys. I am sending you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because you're all worthy and you all deserve it. Namaste.